Thank you, Achebe Colloquium Conference. Thank you, Brown University, for giving me the opportunity to be here today. I would like to praise the Lord for making it possible for us to be here together today. He's the master of everything. Although the war in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 2003 ended, so-called, with the formation of what we call transitional regime, 1+4, in which former warlords decided and agreed on power sharing of the leadership as a peace deal that they had between them. In reality, that war never ended. If it did, we shouldn't be here today. The United Nations Special Representative on Sexual Violence and Conflicts, Margaret Elizabeth Wallstrom, declared the DRC as the rape capital of the world. That statement is supported by the release of an estimation by the UN stating that 15,000 women were raped in Eastern Congo in the year 2009. During the period of July 30th to August 4th, 2010, mass rapes were carried out by members of the Rwandan rebel FDR and the Congolese Mai Cheka rebels in the eastern region of the Congo. At least 303 civilians were gang raped during the seizure and attacks on multiple villages. These crimes occurred only miles from the UN peacekeepers' mission. However, the United Nations force was unable to protect the Congolese people. Again, since the mass rapes occurred, Special Representative on Sexual Violence and Conflict, Margaret Elizabeth Wallstrom, stated again that there is the potential for victims to be attacked in the future by the armed forces of DRC, as, quote, there is already some information from MONUSCO peacekeepers on the ground that rapes, killings, and lootings have been perpetrated by FRDC soldiers. FRDC, as you know, stands for Congolese Force Armée République de la République Démocratique du Congo, Congolese United Forces Army. As we know, today, 7,000 child soldiers remain in the government forces and also in armed groups. Children are recruited from refugee camps and are used as combatants, sexual slaves, guards, porters, and whistleblowers. This last part of whistleblowers, task that they give to the children, will put them in front of two lines of fire so that these children can catch the first bullet from the enemy. The UN report of October 1st, 2010 identified multiple violations of human rights and or international humanitarian law following the investigation of 617 serious incidents that occurred during the period in focus. Now, that report declared that the violation may constitute crimes against humanity or war crimes, and the systematic attacks carried out during 1993-2003 could be characterized as crimes of genocide. Now, several countries, including my own country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, along with Rwanda, Angola, Uganda, responded negatively to this report. Actually, Rwanda threatened to withdraw its troops from Sudan, from the U.S. keeping Sudan mission. Contrary to those reactions, the civil society and the Congolese diaspora and activists has welcomed and endorsed the publication of the report, and they are calling for immediate investigation and justice regarding the allegation of war crimes. Now, 2 weeks ago, on November 17, 2010, 21 U.S. Congress members, led by David Wu, Donald Payne, Jim McDermott, Sheila Jackson Lee, Bob Filner, they wrote a letter to the Secretary of State. Mr. Moderator, I did not make enough copies for you, but this is a compliment of Ben Kalala at no charge. In that letter that was written by the U.S. Congress members 2 weeks ago, the House members expressed their concerns over the conflict of the DRC and requested a renewed action from the State Department to prevent further violence against women and children. They stated, quote, "We were shocked and dismayed to learn of the mass rapes and violence that took place in the Eastern Congo, and in particular around the village of Luvungi during August 2010. And also they added, "We are disappointed by the recent report by the UN on September 9, 2010 that details how the UN mission in the Congo only learned about the attack a few days later, even though those attacks were carried out within miles from the UN peacekeeping station." And this suggests this. Their recommendation is summarized in 4 points as follows. The need for the US to press on the Congolese government to implement a comprehensive security sector reform, SSR, for this Congolese army. 2, the need for the US to help devise a targeted strategy to disarm the FDLR by focusing on its senior leadership. Arrest them and sanction all the leaders and the funding sources of the FDLR. 3, for the US to help create a multi-stakeholder certification process for conflict minerals to trace funding of these minerals to the FDLR and other militias. And number 4, they suggested an urgent need for the Obama administration to appoint a special envoy of the US to work directly with head of states in that area. Now, we're here to talk about the regional approach, regional solutions in the problem of Congo. Let's stay on track here for a minute. There are several attempts that have been made to bring the solution on the Eastern Congo crisis. The Great Lake regions, the African Union, and the UN, they met in Nairobi on November 7, 2008, and they called for a ceasefire. They also called on the UN Secretary to strengthen the mandate of MONUSCO and provide adequate resources for the force. They considered the possibility of sending peacekeepers to North Kivu and establish a mediation process and mechanism that will involve all the regional leaders and team of facilitators. Now, nothing has been done. The heads of state country members of Southern African Development Community, SADC, on November 8th or November 9th of 2008, they met again to discuss the situation in the DRC. One of the outcomes that came from that meeting was that they wanted to send a team of military experts to assess the situation in the Congo, as we know, to protect the borders between Congo and Burundi. But nothing concrete has been done. It's been talks, but nothing concrete has been done. I'm going to summarize, because of the time, that regional responsibilities to end the crisis in Eastern Congo and the Great Lake region should take in consideration different approaches: political, diplomatic, and also these approaches has to be local, regional, and I'll add to that, the international community that played a key role in the destabilization of the Eastern Congo should come and help SADC and help Great Lakes region ICJRR to bring solutions to this crisis. Now, I kind of took the time from my fellow Congolese and my brother from Rwanda here. Kunda Batwari is still at large. Laurent Bosco Tandaga is still at large, while Jean-Pierre Bemba and other Congolese suspected for war crimes, they are at The Hague right now being tried for crimes against humanity and war crimes. Where is the justice in this thing? Dr. Stremlo, John Stremlo of the Carter Center, said in his 2004 CNN interview that America has played a role in the mess, bringing the mess in the Congo. They should come and clean the mess that they created. Thank you very much.